G'day guys and welcome back to Raging Rhino. Alright, it's time for episode 12 of The Bad Batch. This episode is called Rescue on Ryloth. Now, for me, this entire series has basically just been the exact same sort of story and plot as The Bad Batch. But it's also the same in the fact that you're just getting constant cameo appearances from all these characters from all these different series that they've come out with. Now, for me, that makes the universe quite small when you've got characters like Fennec Shan coming in, Hera Syndulla coming in, all of these characters when effectively if you make more characters, you're making the universe bigger. That's just my view on it, where they keep just bringing in these characters. And for me, it's just the member berries for everyone so that they can make it easier for them to connect everything. Now, I understand that we want Star Wars to be a connected universe, don't get me wrong. But again, when you make it like this, it makes the universe very, very small, in my view. Now, based on the title of this episode, I think that we're going to have Hera getting in contact with the Bad Batch in some way through her connection that she had with Omega as well. And she's going to ask for their help to rescue her parents on Ryloth or something like that. So let's get into this episode. You'll get my thoughts at the very end and let's see where this takes us. This is the other thing too with Howzer, this character here on screen. They've essentially tried, to me it just seems like they're trying to make another clone like really likable, like a bit of a fan favorite. Now, again, there's nothing really wrong with that, but this is just another clone where the inhibited chip hasn't fully taken over. He should be blindly following orders based on his commander because of the inhibited chip. And I understand that the inhibited chip's main purpose was about the Jedi Purge, but the Jedi's being there or seeing a Jedi isn't what triggers the chip. The order is what triggers the chip. And now they've got to blindly follow what the Emperor wants. That is the purpose of the inhibitor chip. To me, this seems like a retcon. And I mentioned it in a previous video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that.
You have your orders.
Yes, and yes, good sir. Soldiers follow orders.
Hera Syndulla myself.
And these other clones should be noticing that. It's just another episode of the Rebels. Oh, she's got some flaws.
Golfie's prime power source won't fully charge. I'm fixing it.
Omega, it's Hera. You have to come back to Ryloth.
Haha, that's exactly what I thought.
Hera?
The Empire's taken my parents.
I think the title gives it away.
Omega, it's a big galaxy.
It's a big galaxy, but they find a way to make it quite small. What, they just show up on Ryloth? Undetected?
Thank you for coming.
Hold on a second.
I wasn't sure you would.
Okay, the planet's under Imperial rule. They honestly should not be able to just roll up to the planet without being detected in some way, shape or form and landing there. Now, they can scramble their ship's identification number or whatever, which they've shown that they've actually done that, but at least show us that they've actually had to go through some trials and tribulations to get to their destination and have to scramble their code or something like that just to get there. It shouldn't be just this easy. Now, yeah, the creators can come out and say, well, yeah, they did do that because they didn't really show it. Well, they kind of did, actually. They just roll up and nothing. But that's not what I think should be happening, especially based on what's been going on and what's happening with Cham and everything against the Empire. Like, it's so simplified. You know, there's people out there that used to say, or that still say, Star Wars is for kids. It's about space wizards and it's for kids. Well, it never really used to be. Yeah, kids enjoyed it. But the hardcore fans could really get a lot out of it. They've made Star Wars for kids. And I understand it's a cartoon and all of that sort of thing. Yes, cartoons are for kids. But you can still keep, like, laws, continuity, some actual, like, growth with these characters, some actual challenges with these characters. For those hardcore fans, for the fans that do like to think about these things. For the fans that do look at the lore and go, hang on a second, why would this happen? Or why wouldn't this happen? Why aren't the creators even thinking about that? It's not like they're limited by time on these episodes. You've got some episodes that might go for 22 minutes. And then you got some episodes that go for fucking 40 minutes. Put the information in there. Make us be able to see it or understand it. And then everybody, all the fans then don't have to come and write it for you and explain it away. They're not going to want to do it. And Omega's going to take the lead and she's going to help get him out.
His condition continues to improve and he will make a full recovery.
Okay, so I was wrong about that. Being a retcon from the book Lords of the Sith.
This is a military
There's no
occupation.
blockade.
Ryloth's not a separatist planet.
She's trying to save her family, Hunter. I'd do the same for you.
Oh, she's teaching him a lesson now. Everything's strategy now with Omega because she's the best at strategy from playing that strategy game. Fair enough, alright. It's just that easy.
Well, come on.
They're gonna go off on their own. Alright, here we go. The awesomeness of these two kids. Okay, Echo just scaled a wall with one hand. I honestly need to go back. And they're not really showing Echo there, but how is he?
A little help.
He does ask for help there. But like, even just to get to that point would be very hard for Echo to do, I would think. But now I'm just nitpicking, right?
Of this plan.
Oh, they're stealing a ship from the Imperial base that Chopper had to like.
No.
My
Hera
god.
and I are working on it.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, your dangerous and uncontrolled maneuvering is as confusing to them as it is to us.
Just to show that she's not perfect, you know.
What the Empire is doing is wrong. You have to get out of here. They have the exits blocked.
We can use Senator Taj's shuttle in his private tower hangar.
See, he even says there, what the Empire is doing is wrong. Now, all clones know that, but the inhibitor chips enforce them to follow orders. And that's where I see the retcon.
I'm sorry, General. I should have stopped this sooner.
Our fight for Ryloth.
Just so that we can have another clone favorite.
Return.
Arrest those traitors.
Wow, there's heaps of clones that the inhibitor chips just don't... They've still got their own free will. Rex has even talked about it taking away his free will. How can this not be a retcon? All of those clones should be taken back to Camino.
Keep it. You'll need it.
To have fought my last
He doesn't even want to take the reward.
need us now.
Oh, I can already see the shippers. Well, there was another great episode of The Rebels, I guess. Man, this episode just made things a whole lot worse for me. Especially in regards to a lot of the clones that did throw down their arms. Just because Howzer said, like, what are we doing? Now, there has been a bit of a back and forward on Twitter recently, at least in my little neck of the woods, in regards to the inhibitor chips and what they actually do. Now, yes, I said at the beginning, I understand that these things are designed for the Jedi Purge, but that's not the sole purpose of them. They are now being completely controlled by the Empire and the orders. Good soldiers follow orders. That order, yes, Order 66 is kill all the Jedi, but it doesn't remove from the fact that all their other orders are intensified, you could say, by that order. Because that chip is what takes away their free will. Behind them struggling to kill Jedi or whatever, their own consciousness is telling them not to do this. Anyway, that's how I see it. But this episode, my god, the little storyline behind Crosshair and the Bad Batch guys, I don't really mind that. I think that there's some good elements to that. But this falls over in regards to the damage that it does. It falls over in regards to it's just your cameo appearances so that characters can meet and they can know each other. And then when you do the next series of live action stuff like the Book of Boba Fett, Omega's like the glue now. So Omega will meet up with Fennec Shand to help Boba Fett with something in the Book of Boba Fett, but she'll bring Hera along because she now knows Hera. Again, making this universe so fucking small. I look at Star Wars very differently now. There is Star Wars, and then there is Disney's Star Wars. And Disney's Star Wars is garbage. They can't tell stories. I mean, if you can't see the similarities between this and The Mandalorian in regards to the story being so close to exactly the same thing, which I don't even really know what it is. It's the J.J. Abrams storytelling, the mystery box. This has got 16 episodes in this series, and I still don't know what the series is about, and there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered. And there's 4 episodes left. And it's going to come down to now Crosshair hunting down the Bad Batch. We might get to see Kanan Jarrus again, sounding like a 30, 40-year-old man in a 15-year-old's body or something. Anyway, this episode was garbage. You've got fucking Echo climbing a wall with one hand. And yes, they do reference that and say that he's asked for help. But still, there's nothing for him to grip onto. How's he going to do that with one hand? Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. I'm curious to know if there is any hype behind this, if people are actually watching it. The people that are watching it, are you enjoying it? I'm just seeing a lot of justifications on Twitter for how these things work. And that's not how storytelling should be told. Tell us why these things are happening. All of those clones at the end there that threw down their arms should be being sent back to Kamino to be destroyed. Or put them in that chamber that fucking Crosshair got put in and intensify the chip. Anyway, like I said, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Honestly, this episode's been out for like 2 days. And I completely didn't even think of it. I don't even care about it. Let me know what you think. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Later, guys.